Hey guys, it's Sam. Now, this pandemic has gone crazy, and some people have called for a one world democratic government. Now, they're definitely right. We need a one world government to defeat the pandemic, because divided worlds cannot defeat the pandemic. That's why. Here's why we need a one world government. The first reason is so we can defeat the pandemic 100%. You see, some doctor's offices, some urgent cares, some hospitals, or some school nurses' offices are making rules that you can only enter if you're sick and if you're hurt, injured, or having surgery or having a physical and etc., you must be tested to see if you have COVID. You see, that's good because we know more whether or not people have COVID or not. And some stores and some public open space areas and schools are making rules that you can't enter if you have COVID. But in order for the whole world to collaborate to do that, we need a one world order. We need to receive advice all at once. Now, and you see here, because a lot has occurred, because some states have gone into lockdown. This is what crazy happened with lockdown. It ruined the economy. People lost their jobs, their homes. People were unable to afford food, unable to afford doctor's insurance, and some businesses were unable to pay rent. It ruined the education. With online classes, teachers can't discipline students if they're being disruptive or not paying attention. You can't go to class if your electricity, internet, or Wi-Fi is out. Disabled students can't get support. Students who have poor social skills, such as a huge addiction to TV or video games, if they play imaginative or if they're very shy, they won't learn about how to get socially involved. Kindergartners won't learn about how to cooperate with others. You won't be able to know your classmates with online classes. No peace and quiet while in class. Background noises occur. Some students who don't like to go to school in general pretend like they're in class. And it scares people when school's reopening, especially when the school is closed for a long time. Band, choir, and orchestra folks can't play or sing all at once. Virtual classes could possibly even burn more fossil fuels. You can't talk all at once. You could get a headache, and some people who have a headache could sometimes mistaken that for a COVID symptom. It could increase your risk of having seizures, and it's hard for students to pay attention. The lockdown has also ruined mental health. Lack of support, events and programs canceling, nothing to do, stores closing. Some relationships have ended. You've got other problems that have been occurring too during the pandemic, like Black Lives Matter, the formerly presidential election, etc. And this lockdown and all these stay-at-home orders hasn't taught essential workers how to reduce the spread, and it has not taught us how to reduce the spread if any household members have the virus, and it hasn't taught us where the top danger of catching the virus is. Although masks aren't as bad as lockdown, but still some hard parts about masks. Well, the education, it's hard to tell people's faces, and teachers can't tell facial expressions such as if a student is laughing at non-related subject stuff. You can't play your instruments, and you can't eat your lunch. It'll be difficult. Now, mental health is not as bad. It's hard enough that events have to limit the capacity, and some people can't kiss their girlfriend and their boyfriend, and more people burning fossil fuels. There's more people who are burning fossil fuels with more social distancing occurring. Now, a one world government can also help with one world orders to reduce the climate so we can reduce global warming. And it can also give one world orders if there's any destruction from our planet. See? I hope you liked my reasons on... And also, yes, this pandemic is a temporary. And yes, this quarantine and lockdown and social distancing is temporary. But there's some things from it that's affecting some permanently. I hope you like this video. I hope you understand why we need a one-world government.